240, authorizing the mayor to purchase 2 new vehicles.
I can feel my voice going, so I'll try to be short in my summary here. We've talked about this for a few weeks now, and just at a high-level summary, in your packet, there's some analysis that looks at the cost of buying used vehicle versus the cost of purchasing new vehicles for the Public Works Department. And at the end of the day, myself, as well as some of the members of council, have spoken to the fact that there appears to be greater value in buying new versus buying used vehicles. And so certainly I recommend that the city council consider approving this resolution tonight so we can buy 2 replacement vehicles, pickup trucks with utility bodies, and then later in the year surplus the vehicles that we are replacing, but that's another action beyond tonight.
Okay. Questions from council? Councilmember Garber.
These vehicles are strictly for city use and they're not take-home vehicles for the employees, correct?
That's generally true. I can't unequivocally say yes, and here's why. The on-call staff member does take home a city vehicle when they have to wear a communication device to respond to after-hour emergencies. It is not my intent to set these new vehicles up as possibly that on-call vehicle. However, we do want a nice, reliable vehicle that they can respond, take home, and respond back after hours. But to be honest, I haven't thought about the new vehicles, whether they're going to be the on-call vehicle or not.
Can we think about that? I mean, I don't want these going home and going to the grocery store and running to the ball game. I want these city vehicles for city use, not for personal use.
I 100% agree with that. An on-call vehicle is considered city use because they are being paid to come back and respond to an emergency event, and it's for that item only.
Okay, well, I understand that, but my question I guess I'm getting to is, tonight I'm the on-call guy, so I take the truck home. My daughter's also got Girl Scouts, and I need to run to the mall. So am I using the city vehicle to go sprouting around town with my kids playing shopping?
I can't answer that question. I haven't looked at the on-call policy in that level of detail to answer your question. Richard, if you know that, if we even have a policy on that?
I haven't seen one, but we'll look into it.
If there's a desire to create a policy or speak to that, I can certainly make that a topic of Public Works Committee for further investigation and then report back.
That.
Okay.
Councilmember Kate.
Just to comment on take-home vehicles. Take-home vehicles are supposed to only be used to travel to and from work and not supposed to be used for errands.
Correct. And as we understand that's the policy, I can't say it. I'm not going to say anything.
Can you bring that up at the next meeting?
I'll certainly be able to use.
Public Works, okay,
Yes.
and then have someone bring that to the council meeting?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So, what's council's pleasure?
Move to approve 2015-240.
Second.
Councilmember Jones.
This is brought up at Public Works Workshop. It's budgeted, correct?
Correct.
I'm not really quite sure why we have a resolution for a budgeted item, but nonetheless, there's money earmarked for it. We need the vehicles. In the long run, it's cheaper to buy these new vehicles versus the used vehicles. And I move that we go ahead and purchase them.
Councilmember Kate.
The Public Works Committee recommended to council, and all the stuff I looked at justifies the purchase. We budgeted for it. We should move forward with it.
And to answer your question, Councilmember Jones, it's on the agenda because it's above the spending authority, even though it's been messaged. Any comments from the audience? Any comments from the audience, further comments from council? Seeing none, we'll call council, please. Councilmember Jones?
Aye.
Councilmember Case?
Aye.
Councilmember Olivera? Aye. Councilmember Putnam?
Aye.
Councilmember Steiger?
Yes.
Councilmember Walker?
Aye.
Councilmember Garber?
Aye.
Okay, next item on the
Thank you,
agenda is number 2015-1895, amending chapter 16.12. Legal non-conforming use.
Mayor and council members, as I presented last week at the workshop, this is a ordinance to change our legal non-conforming use section of the code to take it out of Title 16, which deals with procedures, and put it in the zoning code, which is in Title 20, which is a regulatory control section of the code. So we put it in the proper portion of the code. The legal non-conforming use section will be amended to provide better clarity as to what a legal non-conforming structure is and what a legal non-conforming use is, so that when we get questions of that nature at the counter, we can answer them, or people take a look at our code on site to have a better understanding. There is another section of it that will provide, at a voluntary basis, a non-conforming use determination by the director to anybody who requests that determination. And we've had people ask that in the past, but unofficially, and we've given it to them, but we'll have something that we can keep more in line with the code and what type of procedures they would have to go by. So staff is recommending that the new ordinance be passed to amend the code and to adopt the new legal non-conforming use regulation.
Questions from council? What's the council's pleasure?
Move to adopt ordinance number 2015-1895.
Second.
Councilmember Tate.
Yeah, we went over it pretty thoroughly in the governance committee meeting. We unanimously agreed that this should be brought forward to council and discussed at the workshop last week. I think we should move forward with it to bring us into current compliance.
Councilmember Olivera.
I agree, it's compliance, and it defines it.
Comments from the audience? Seeing none, further comments from council? Seeing none, roll call of council, please.
Councilmember Cave?
Aye.
Councilmember Olivera?
Aye.
Councilmember Putnam?
Aye.
Councilmember Steiger?
Aye.
Councilmember Walker?
Aye.
Councilmember Gerberding?
Aye.
Councilmember Jones?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, next item on the agenda is Resolution 2015-241, Park Board Support for Earth Day.
Yeah, this came up last week at the study session, and some of the questions came up as whether the Parks Board actually would even support the Earth Day. The Parks Board, while they didn't officially have a quorum on the 17th, they still have 3 members there at the Parks Board. And all the Parks Board members expressed their willingness to support and to assist in Earth Day for the April 25th date. And actually, Gene Francher from the White River,
Friends of the Lower White River.
Friends of the Lower White River, they're volunteering to take the lead for Earth Day with the assist of the Pacific Partnerships and the Parks Board.
Correction, the partnerships is not participating as a group, but 8 of them have volunteered.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, we do, and based on the comments that were made at the meeting, I feel a lot more confident there's going to be a nice, good Earth Day this year. So, staff is recommending that the council adopt the resolution for the Earth Day celebration on April 25th. And let's see, I don't see a resolution number on here, unfortunately.
It's 2015-241. Questions from council? What's council's pleasure?
Move to approve resolution 2015-241.
Second.
Okay, Councilmember Steiger.
Something that's been done every year. It's been very supportive in the past and very helpful to the affairs of our city.
Councilmember Olivera.
I think it's an important event that the city holds, and it brings our community together, and I'm in total support of it.
Any comments from the audience?
Oh. Sorry. I didn't know my name was audience.
Usually you do.
Jean Fancher, 3724850 Fifth Avenue South, in front of the Lower White River. I have a flyer, and it might not look familiar because it's from 2003, and it's the City of Pacific Board of Park Commissioners announces an Earth Day event, 3rd Annual Parks and Trails Beautification and Cleanup Day, Saturday, April 26, 2003. So for the year 2001, 2, and 3, Earth Day was announced by the Park Board, but the additional information was called Ed Davis, Pacific Community Development Director, and it was actually sponsored by the city with the help of the Park Board. It was on hiatus for a while, and then it was revived in 2007 or 8, and so we're looking at, the 7th, 8th Earth Day in a row. Last year and the year before, I think they went more with the Earth Day national theme of information and greening up your city. We're going back to the pick up the parks, pick up the trails, trash contest, so I think it will be a great event. We're going to get the word out, do some advertising, and I wholly appreciate the council's support of Earth Day in Pacific, and I and the other 15 people who have said they will help will really appreciate that support. And I would like to point out that some people have said, well, there's 15 or 20 people showing up, and maybe 35, 40. The first year we restarted Earth Day, we had 7 people and collected 700 pounds of trash. The last year we collected trash, there was about 3,900 pounds. Plus we had teams cleaning up at various city parks. I know Mr. Jones helped, Mr. Putnam's family worked on the cabin. One year, Clint volunteered his yard man to come and work at one of our cleanups, the one at Pacific Meadows. So I think it does bring the community together, and Stacy and Katie have volunteered to cook lunch. You didn't know you'd been volunteered to do lunch, did you?
I'm out for it now, we're good.
All right, that's great.
I know we're good.
So, and we've had a volunteer of a donation to buy the lunch, and I'm not going to say who. She's a shy person. But anyhow, I think it'll be a great event in the city this year, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Any further comments from the audience? Seeing none, roll call of council, please. Or further comments from council? Councilmember Tate, sorry.
I thought last week at the workshop, we had some issues regarding possibly insurance.
We do no longer have those issues because the park board is on board and supporting of the city, so we were able to fix that. Any further comments, questions? Council? Okay, seeing none, roll call of council.
Councilmember Olivera?
Aye.
Councilmember Putnam?
Aye.
Councilmember Steiger?
Aye.
Councilmember Walker?
Aye.
Councilmember Garberding?
Aye.
Councilmember Jones?
Aye.
Councilmember Tate?
Aye.
Excellent, looking forward to seeing you all there on April 26th. So, next item on the agenda is resolution number 2015-242, authorizing the execution of the amendment of agreement with schools.
This resolution, 2015-242, will allow Mayor Geyer to sign an amendment to the current agreement for the Score Jail facility.
Okay, question? Councilmember Jones?
Is there any change in the costing associated with it?
That is, this amendment says.
Okay, thank you.
8%. Further questions from council? Councilmember Case?
On the 8% increase, did they designate if that's a multi-year fixed rate, or is it just an increase for 2015?
It's not a fixed rate, but the way they determine the rate for the contract, the cities is, the owner cities, whenever their cost goes up, which is what this, for 3 years it has not gone up, and it did, and so ours goes up accordingly, but it isn't fixed, and I don't know how long it will go. I can't answer the question as to how far out it is, that will we get another increase.
resolution number 2015-242.
Second.
Councilmember Case?
That's cost of doing business. If we're gonna arrest people and put them in jail, I'd rather have them put in jail than to be turned loose back onto the streets to reoffend until they've, been dealt with properly. And, this is the cheapest, facility that we can use, and I think we should support using it as much as we can.
Councilmember Oliver?
We haven't had an increase, 2012, 13, or 14, and, inflation, there have been increases, so it's time, and we don't have an alternative at the moment. We don't have our own jail, so we have to take them somewhere.
Any comments from the audience? Further comments from council? Seeing none, roll call the council, please.
Councilmember Putnam?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoll?
Aye.
Councilmember Walker?
Aye.
Councilmember Garberding? Aye. Councilmember Jones?
Aye.
Councilmember Hayes?
Aye.